Here in Anaheim, it's time for Monster Madness where nothing is laid back. Tonight's racing action promises to be hotter than the California sun, more happening than Hollywood Boulevard, and I'll be right here in the pit area bringing you all the behind-the-scenes scenarios as they unfold, and I promise to leave no story untold. So grab a seat, dig into that popcorn, and get ready for lights, camera, action.
Never needing a second take means you've got to get it right the first time. And that's what these guys want to do as they come here to Anaheim to thrill the crowd with the USHRA Monster War. The course here in Anaheim is a tough one. Off the starting line, over just a small set of 4 cars, and then down as quickly as possible and power up during the straightaway as you approach the second ramp and leap over a set of 9 cars. They'll probably finish in the air. The first one across, of course, is our winner. This matchup for round number 1 features Gravedigger, the points leader, going against the black truck from Michigan, Alan Pizzo's Predator. Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger, but can he keep it up all season long? They're staged, Predator and Digger. Let's take a look at these guys. Dennis Anderson qualified 4th in Gravedigger. He picked up 6 points for that one. 8th in qualifying for Predator. He gets a measly 2 points for that. He's going to have to work to build up that point standing. So Alan Pizzo brings Predator up to stage. Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger is already there. We'll see you on the other side of the line, guys. And Digger gets a hole shot. Cut a great line off the line, and it's all Digger on this race. Predator had some problems off the line. We may see mechanical problems there, but the winner is Gravedigger. It's very obvious from the replay that Predator does have problems right from the start. He may have blown a transfer cage. Jim Davidson's with our winner, Dennis Anderson.
Dennis, way to tear it up, and I mean literally tearing things up. You put Predator away out there. Tell me about the run.
Hey, it was a pretty crazy run, you know. It didn't feel as smooth as I thought it was going to be. The track is a little choppy. I just don't have it figured out. But, hey, as long as I'm winning right now, you know, I've got a little ways to go tonight. Maybe I'll get it figured out by the time we get to the final.
Is this because you're driving as they have pinned you as the wild man? Is there something going on in the suspension, or what's happening to you today?
Hey, I'd tell you the truth, Jim. I don't know. It's maybe it's a little bit me, my driving style, and maybe it's the track, you know. Like I say, I haven't had enough time to figure the track out yet, but I'll get it figured out.
The next 2 trucks are already coming out to do battle. This will be a battle, folks, a Ford-Chevy battle. The battle between Invader, driven by Ray Perkowski, and David Morris's Equalizer. Ray Perkowski drives Invader. He qualified 7th today. David Morris aboard the Equalizer was 3rd in qualifying. And now it's side-by-side racing in round number 1 for these 2 gladiators. The monster trucks capable of jumping 110 to 115 feet. That's 14 car widths. They're up waiting for the green light. Showtime. Invader with a hole shot, but Equalizer coming from behind. Invader just doesn't have the power. Equalizer wins it. Equalizer with a 3/4 second lead over Invader. Moves on to round 2. Your winner, Equalizer. The replay shows us 2 very important facts. Number 1, these monsters can jump high, very high. Check out Invader, 20 to 25 feet high. But going high, it doesn't win a race. It's how far you go. And when you're going up in the air, you're not going straight. That's how Equalizer took out Invader. A nice tall jump, but he's not able to land quickly and get the power up. He's got to control the truck. And then a very high jump over the cars. Here comes Kodiak. Mark Bendler aboard as action continues on Monster Wars. Gary Porter aboard the Crusher qualified 2nd today. Mark Bendler and Kodiak qualified 6th. He's dropped drive shafts, transmissions. He's had power problems, but he's coming back. And determination is what it takes in monster truck racing. Both these guys own 4x4 shops, and they both are experts in what they do. On the start, Carolina Crusher with a hole shot. Kodiak battles back, but it's too late. Carolina Crusher wins it. Gary Porter was right on at the start. Mark Bendler was caught napping in Kodiak. A great hole shot, cutting a good light, and a 2-truck length lead for Carolina Crusher. This is great racing. A great way to handle your truck up and over. Now speed. He sails over all the cars. The long drive from Illinois to Anaheim, California. Was it worth it for the world champ? We'll find out. Wayne Smozanek is his competition in Tropical Thunder. Tropical Thunder qualified 9th. The world champ, Fred Shafer in Barefoot, was our 5th fastest qualifier. Tropical Thunder has never been able to beat Barefoot. Is Wayne Smozanek going to learn from his past mistakes? Is he getting lucky? We'll find out as they wait for the green light. On the start is Tropical Thunder with a great hole shot. What a leap! What a leap at what's going on with the world champ! Tropical Thunder wins it. Barefoot is disqualified. USHRA rules require that both front tires hit the second ramp and go over the cars. Barefoot didn't do it. The replay will show he comes up and sideways and does not hit the ramp with both front tires. Right here. He's out of there. And Wayne Smozanek gets his first win of the year in Tropical Thunder against the world champ. A rough ride, but a win all the same. No doubt about it, Tropical Thunder is going to have to do better than this if he's going to move on in competition. He was lucky, but he took a very, very rough ride over the cars, bouncing all over the track. You got to get that thing under control. When Barefoot left the line, it was almost as if he realized he gave it too much power. It was too late, though. He could not back out of it and then get corrected before he hit that second line of cars. Digger just drove? No way. Dennis Anderson will give the Gravedigger 110%. The rear-engine Chevy, supercharged, gets set to go against the clock. Digger comes up to stage. Dennis Anderson is there, waits for the green light. It's Digger time in Anaheim. Off the start. What a leap. Where's he going? Gravedigger is all over the track. Mr. Anderson's wild ride. Dennis Anderson gives the crowd a thrill and just barely escapes a spill in the Gravedigger, and this is just a bye-run. You know, for a bye-run, that was very, very hard on Gravedigger. I hope he can hold together and that caused no damage for him because he's moving on to the semis.
Alan, Gravedigger's got a bye run. You're back here in the pits. What's wrong with the Predator?
Well, you know, Jim, this is a new truck for this year. We haven't been having our problems so far. I did some miscalculations with new front drive shaft, and we made it feel a little bit too long, so when the suspension compressed all the way down, the drive shaft had bottomed out, which, you know, in turn collapsed and pushed the bottom transfer case shaft completely out.
Then will you be able to fix it and come back next week?
Yeah, we'll definitely be able to fix it, and, you know, next week and do better than ever.
That Predator truck is one to watch, and it's something to learn from for these other guys. Watch this course. It's a tough one. Tropical Thunder going against Taurus. Taurus weighing in at 10,000 pounds, 1,200 horses. Jack Willman Sr., the designer of this truck. Tropical Thunder, driven by Wayne Smozanek, 10,300 pounds, 1,500 horses. Tropical Thunder beat Barefoot, the world champion, in round number 1, but it was a bumpy ride. Did he learn something from that one? Can he smooth it out? Let's find out. Tropical Thunder cuts a good light, gets a hole shot, and now he has to hold on to the lead. He does! He does! Tropical Thunder wins it, but it may have cost him an engine. There's smoke coming out of that thing. Taurus came into this race as the fastest qualifier. He was the favorite, but Wayne Smozanek aboard Tropical Thunder obviously learned something from that matchup with Barefoot as he wins it. First across the finish line, high in the air. Jim Davidson is standing by with a very happy Wayne Smozanek.
Wayne, quite an impressive list of the victims that are falling at your feet. First it was Barefoot, now it's Taurus. How's that make you feel?
It was real good. Taurus is a good competitive truck. I know we came over the first set of cars, we had a good hole shot. The truck was good and straight. We put the power to it, and the truck just performed excellent.
Well, it doesn't happen very often against Taurus, but you led him the entire way. You took the victory. Now you're moving on. Feeling pretty good tonight?
Yeah, I think the truck's going to do real well. I don't know who we have next round, but I'm real confident in the run.
Good luck.
Thank you.
The upset man of the day, Wayne Smozanek. The Monsters are coming up for our next round of action between Invader, driven by Ray Perkowski out of St. Louis, Missouri, and David Morris aboard the Equalizer. Equalizer, 10,200 pounds, 1,300 horses. The truck was built in 1988. A brand new design Invader for 1993, 11,000 pounds, 1,300 horses. It's a Ford, but it's powered by a Chevrolet. But it's a different track, a different kind of racing, straight line racing. And here we go with Equalizer building up a lead. Invader just doesn't have the power to do it. Equalizer wins. Equalizer had it from the very first jump. Invader again, that problem of going too high, while Equalizer stays low, gets the power up to go over that second set of cars. David Morris has this truck operating perfectly. When they go over the cars just very lightly like that, they call that feathering the accelerator. And that's what David Morris did to win over Invader. Ray Furkowski gave it a little too much throttle, comes up too high, has to back out of it to correct so it can hit the second set of cars properly. That cost him a lot of time in this race, and this is one race where you don't have a lot of time. Speaking of time, it's time now for our next matchup between Carolina Crusher and Fred Shafer Barefoot. Let's see if Shafer learned anything after that first round loss. Now, Barefoot weighs in at 10,000 pounds, a little more, 10,050, 1,500 horses. Carolina Crusher, 10,000 on the nose, 1,400 horses. Does the horsepower advantage for Barefoot make any difference? Let's find out. On the start, Carolina Crusher with a hole shot, but now the big dog powers up. It's Barefoot, 4.60 seconds. Talk about learning from mistakes. Watch Fred Shafer very lightly over the cars, and now he powers up and up across the finish line high in the air. Carolina Crusher did get the hole shot, but he took that first jump too high. He's not lined up quite right when he approaches the second set of cars. Barefoot's your winner. He moves on to the semis.
On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again.
Hold on! This road trip doesn't start here. Fred and Kathy's road trip begins 200 miles back down the highway in Pontoon Beach, Illinois.
We pack our rig and head down the road about 45 weekends a year. It takes me about 2 hours to load the alcohol and the oil and all the necessary things you need. Well, if I don't have it packed in here by now, I guess I don't need it.
The hardest thing about going on the road is having to say goodbye to Ricky.
You don't be good as a bear there, Sun Spice. So I'll be gone for a few days. When they were smaller, I used to take them with me. But being 7 foot tall and weighs about 550 pounds now, he don't fit in the front seat too well anymore. And he don't like to sit there. And he's really got a big appetite, too. And get a kiss by Chug. Hey, get a kiss. Come on. Chug. Chug. You all loaded and ready?
We're ready.
Traveling's fun. It's, you know, some people take a vacation 1 or 2 weekends a year. We go 45 weekends a year.
I really enjoy being on the road. It's kind of fun. You get to go all over the United States, and you see things a lot of people never see.
The first stop on the road is fueling time. This bear of a hauler holds over 200 gallons of gasoline.
How many white stripes did you say it was from here to Pontiac? You counted them that one time we went to Pontiac. It was like 300,486 white stripes on the highway,
That's
right?
probably right. It was somewhere around there.
300,000, 800 something thousand. One of them white stripes from here to the highway. The average road trip would be about 500 miles, which is, about 10 hours driving time. It's real peaceful in here when you're on the road and the phone don't ring, and it's kind of nice to get away from it all and relax. She reads fan mail to me going down the road. You get a lot of business taken care of and kind of chill out. How about a westbound 18-wheeler?
Usually when we get on the CB radio and talk to some of the truck drivers, we're usually lost. And then that's when they want to talk to you. If you're a girl and you get on the CB, they just jump right on there and talk. Fred gets on there, they don't answer them. As soon as I pick it up and start talking, they all talk and tell us where we're going and how to get there. I'm going west on 70. Can someone tell me where the nearest rest area is?
That'd be about 23 yards to the westbound.
Okay, Okay, thanks. Well, here's home for the night. You ready to go to bed?
Yep, I'm tired.
Me too. Let's go to sleep.
Boy, I'm hungry, Kathy. Let's get some breakfast.
Did you have it in you last time you were here? Yeah, I think you did. Would you like some coffee? Yes, please.
Please. When you're on the road as much as we're on the road, we have our favorite restaurants and our favorite breakfast diners. When we're en route, we always stop at our favorites. And I think that's part of the rules of the road, or part of the tricks of the trade, you might call it.
Well, we're gonna have to hurry up and get on the road again.
Your job is not boring. Every weekend, you see new people, a new city. That keeps it real exciting all the time, because it's not the same old thing every day.
Gotta get you unpinned so you can kick butt this weekend, huh?
Yeah, you gotta get my neck ready for what it's gonna go through. How many hours has it been, Kathy?
We've been on the road for about 14 hours now. We're just about there.
Another beautiful day, just about to come to an end. On the road again.
One of these two trucks will be in the finals in Anaheim. Equalizer, the truck that's been there 4 times this season, winning twice. And Tropical Thunder, driven by Wayne Smozanek, he has not been in the finals yet this season. Equalizer, 5.45 on average time. Tropical Thunder, 6.09. What a day it's been for Tropical Thunder. He took out the world champion barefoot in round number 1. In round number 2, he defeated the fastest qualifier, Taurus. But now he goes against Equalizer. They've met 3 times this year, and Equalizer has won all 3 times. Can Tropical Thunder make it 3 in a row? Let's find out. On the start, Tropical Thunder looks good, but he goes too high, and Equalizer is already at the finish line. Equalizer wins it. We talked about feathering the throttle over the cars. That's what David Morris did on the start. Wayne Smozanek did not, and that cost him a win. You see, Equalizer handles perfectly. There's a perfect view of feathering just a little bit over the cars, and now you're down, you're speeding up, and you give it all you got on the finish line. If Equalizer can continue those winning ways, he's got it made. Tropical Thunder made this mistake. And he lands, he bounces, and he doesn't have a chance to give it all the gas. He couldn't even get over the car. Barefoot is coming out. Now, this is the truck that lost to Tropical Thunder and came back as a fast loser. But he's going against Gravedigger. Fred Shafer's average time has been 5.25 in barefoot. Dennis Anderson's time in Gravedigger, 5.28. 0.03 of a second separates these two guys, and their fast average times on this track. Very fast indeed. Gravedigger and barefoot, staged and ready to go. Waiting for the green light in Anaheim. Digger with a hole shot. Barefoot has to fight to catch up. He can't do it. It's Digger. Gravedigger's in the finals as he smokes the world champ. You know, we thought Barefoot had this whole thing figured out, but he forgot to let off the gas a little bit. He nosedives over the first set of cars. That's all Dennis Anderson needed. You give this guy an inch, he's going to take a mile. Gravedigger's in the finals, folks. And Fred Shafer did not perform the way he did in that second round. That nosedive not only cost him a race, that may have cost him a lot of neck problems, too. He took a heck of a bouncing on that one. Here's Jim with Digger.
Dennis, you just put Fred Shafer away. You're working hard under there. Anything wrong?
No, not really, Jim. We're just checking the truck out. You know, I had a good run against Fred. I think Fred might have got a little crossed up there because I didn't see old Big Red Dodge in the side, and felt like I blowed him away pretty good.
Yeah, it seemed uncharacteristic of him. He did a little nosedive after the first set of cars, and you did handle him flat out.
Right, well, hey, you know, we're out here racing, and I'll get the old man any way I can. I've got Equalizer next round, and I got to put him away because I want to stay up on top of these points this year.
This crowd has seen some wild monster trucks rocking and roaring today, but now it's time to find out who the big kahuna is. It's time for the finals in the battle between Gravedigger and Equalizer. Gravedigger's the favorite, but Equalizer says today is my day. Equalizer got here by defeating Invader in round 1 and in round 2, and Tropical Thunder in the semis. Gravedigger took out Predator in round number 1, got a bye run in 2, and defeated Barefoot in the semis. And now we're down to just 2 trucks, Gravedigger and Equalizer. Who's going to win it? Let's watch and find out. Gravedigger with a hole shot. Equalizer has to battle back. He does! What a close one with Equalizer across the finish line first. Equalizer wins it. David Morris shows us that great driving style. Digger just may have gotten a little excited. That wild man reputation is evident here. He leaps over that first set of cars, doesn't have time to get any speed before he hits the second set. Meanwhile, David Morris and Equalizer kept his cool all day long. Picture-perfect runs up and over the tires easy. And now into the final leap. Equalizer does it. He's with Jim Davidson right now.
David, you've been tearing it up all night long here at Anaheim, and now you get the win over Gravedigger in the finals. Congratulations.
Yeah, you know, I had my mind set on that final race against Gravedigger there, just going all the way through the whole race, full throttle. That's what I did, and I knew that's what it'd take to win.
Well, you let it hang out. Tell me how it was from the starting line right through the finish.
Well, basically, like I said, Jim, you know, I had to just push the truck, just, you know, full throttle through the whole thing. I couldn't let up at all because, you know, when you're running Gravedigger, there's no telling what he's going to do when he races, so you got to do the same.
Congratulations.
Thanks.